Hi Krista, I'm really pleased that your Monday video was so short and sweet because it really takes the pressure off. This week has been awful because it is finals week, and finals are really stressful, and for some reason I agreed to work 4 days in a row. So I'm working tonight again. The Sunday through Tuesday complex is now a Sunday through Wednesday complex. And that is not a recipe for scholastic success. However, in spite of my forced scheduling decisions, I think I did pretty well on all my finals, which are done now, except maybe my last ASL presentation, which I can't actually think about without it raising my heart rate, so I'm going to stop thinking about that and play Civilization 5, which I bought this week, and we should play it together on the internet. Before I do that, I just have some information for the public that people seem not to be aware of. First of all, bisexual people exist, still, and you don't actually have to do a study in order to prove that. They are real. You can talk to them. 2, no one is obliged to tell you about their genitals for any reason. Even if you're a journalist, unless the interview is specifically about someone's genitals, there is no reason that you should ask about someone's genitals. That is inappropriate to do in a public setting that is not genital focused. Yes, even if their genitals might be different than yours, or different than you'd expect, or surprising or interesting in some other way, genitals are not your fucking business. As a general rule, for professional environments and polite conversation, if it would be inappropriate to ask to touch something on someone's body, it's inappropriate for you to be discussing it at all. You may have noticed that under most circumstances, this includes almost all parts of almost everyone's bodies. And that brings me to my last point. When you make someone's body the subject of public discourse, you are almost always engaging in objectification. Now, not all objectification is created equal. Women objectifying men is not the same as men objectifying women, partially because of the history and power relationships involved, but also because of how womanhood is constructed. A great deal of women's value in our culture comes from their physical appearance, which is wrong, but that is how we do womanhood. And in talking about women's bodies, we are talking about more than when we are talking about men's bodies. However, this can get complicated. White women objectifying men of color can bring up a whole bunch of icky racist shit. But essentially what I'm trying to say is that when we make someone's body the subject of public discourse, we are objectifying that person. And when that objectification is bound up with other social systems, it can be very dehumanizing. It almost always is very dehumanizing. So please be careful when making other people's bodies the subject of public discourse. That is the end of my public service announcements. I know they might have all seemed obvious to you, but apparently this kind of basic shit is not common knowledge. So now you know, and you have no excuse to continue engaging in this kind of bullshit behavior. Man, this video was supposed to be just phoned in, but it turns out I have really strong feelings about this. Krista, I will see you tomorrow.